Yeah, you know what?
And,
Like that. Like, yeah, that's weird. That's something that needs to be explored, I feel.
yeah, it's all the rage here. There's plenty of people doing it as well as regular concerts, but that's kind of bad.
What about
But
people
I
who
don't know. I
don't
think it
have?
might be cool.
What about people who don't have cars?
Yeah, you better go with a friend. I mean, you usually have a couple people in the car, so you know, carpooling is
Yeah.
ideal. But yeah, the tickets are like $120 for a car, and not too bad though. Here we are. Maybe we can get some drive-ins here from some Hellions or something. I don't know. But here we are in the bottom top right-hand corner, actually playing for Team Alpha X Latin America. It is the one, the only, second best Protoss Chilean, I would say. It is Dastan.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Chilean Terran player, the red Terran representing Team Lethal Perfect. It is Zura. And I have never casted this player before. I was mentioning it earlier. He 2-1'd Eon, which is insane. And I messaged the son, I'm like, yo, who's this guy? He's like, I got no idea, mate. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like that's what I feel like StarCraft players are always so modest. Like these are pretty, like even someone like Zura or other players who aren't at the top level, they're still like geniuses playing a game at an amazing level that 90% of the world cannot do. And then they play it humble and they're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I was doing. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea, but you have like 400 APM and you're never not doing something in the game. So I wonder what their a lot of players' thought process is.
Yeah. Like, are they being humble or are they just, you know, just saying that? It's kind of hard to say. Especially when it comes to like these two, like they're both from Chile. Like I imagine Zura, at least Zura should know who Dastan is. We'll see. We'll see how things shape out here.
I feel like it's just one of those StarCraft customs to say, I don't know, I didn't know what was going on. Just like when people are like, oh, well, I didn't expect to win, but I always want to win. Every time they win, it's like you have to say it or you're weird.
Yeah. It's like, if you don't, otherwise you're like being arrogant or something, you know? It's like,
if you're like, oh, you know, I knew I had it in the bag.
It's like, I was like, you know, half falling asleep there. I was waiting for my opponent to GG, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll never forget. Every time Sarah wins, he's like, well, the specific time is like when he won the world champion. He was just like, well, you know, I didn't expect it, but I'm happy that it happened. It's like, come on, man. You need to expect it. You beat everyone all year long. No one can beat you. I miss those days.
You need some like personality, you know, you need some confidence, right? Why not? You know,
well, the funny thing was after that, he's like, well, you know, I think it was before that. He was like, I think this is the one thing I was missing from my trophy case. I was like, there we go. You got to put some cockiness in there with the tears of joy and the modestness.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Modest-free. But here we have, we can't talk about this game. I always end up talking about Cyril somehow, no matter what the matchup is. But he stopped the CC. He stopped the shield thing. That thing, yeah.
The bunker.
Bunker.
Yeah.
There you go. I wanted to say shield battery. Same concept. The Terran shield battery.
Like, the Sun was actually able to do a lot. Like, with the Adept and the Zealot, he was able to delay everything here in the National.
No! Is he gonna? He's gonna get that and the worker.
Yeah. Oof.
He should have gone.
I mean,
he's gonna go for the worker.
Yeah, he delays the production anyway. Like, the starport is not being built, and he does get a scout as well.
That's so unfortunate. He could have got two SCVs right there, but they kept going in the gas.
Yeah, look how low they are.
Yeah, he should have aimed for some other SCVs. Because once they go in the gas, auto aim turns off and they don't get killed.
Oof.
But yeah, he still got out of there with it, which is super impressive on low health.
And this is interesting. If Yaku was here, he would be going crazy right now because Zura is going for an armory.
Ooh, I love the armory play.
So this is
It was interesting playing with someone who isn't a Zerg, because I'd be like, man, Terran's OP, and Yaku would be like, yes, we are. Thank you.
Oh god. Yeah, like Yaku.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore because he likes that they're OP.
He's great. Like he actually has like some pretty good insight, especially like when he gets into like if it almost never happens with me and you, like a TVT, for example, things of that nature. He gets excited, but yeah, like he also loves this. You know, very few players go for the armory for the borrowed widow mines. It's pretty interesting. We'll see if he's able to pull off the drop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm also a fan. I don't know if you remember, but when the patch first came out, where all you needed was the armory, all I wanted to see was the armory, and I never got it.
Yeah.
So it's better late than never.
Exactly. And I was a little bit concerned because the medevac was going out, but it looks like he was able to avoid the stalker, so he doesn't get sniped out of the sky. Oh, does get the add-on.
He's gonna get a little bit of damage, but there's quite the number of Marines here. They should be able to hold eventually. And the best part is Dastan is not going to get that scout. Actually, he can take out all these Marines and continue his push. But he's got to be aware of the Widow Mines as they are approaching now. One tank does siege.
Yeah, he is going to quickly speed in, but oh god. Bart. He gets in.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Blink out of there. Wow. Not much went down there at all.
Yeah, no probe damage. Only 2 probes went down. Somehow the sentry survived. I was like, yo, that's gonna go down.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like, I thought the sentry was targeted, and then I guess he manually targeted 2 drones or something somewhere else.
Yeah, this is a little bit scary though because they're gonna reset. Oh, but the observer gets here just in time.
Wow, that's good. That was perfect timing. Wow,
that's close.
That kind of puts a damper in Zura's opening. Didn't really accomplish what he expected there. And we already have a Colossus on the way for Dastan, so Dastan's looking like he's in good position here.
Yeah, definitely. As Dastan is fully saturated on 3 bases, even taking his gases. Now he's finally pushing out across the map with his Blink Stalkers. And we'll see. Oh god, the tank! No, it's out of position! No!
Rip. I mean, it's still running. Oh, he could have saved it if he moved it back further.
Yeah, it stopped there for a second, and that allowed the Stalkers to get on top of it.
Yeah, if he would have kept moving, he wouldn't have been able to get the last volley off, which he needed. Oh, this is always tough when you try and chase down the wounded Stalkers, and it just doesn't work.
We were talking about this, right? The micro from Dastan able to save the majority of the Stalkers.
It's beautiful. Stalker micro is the best.
And we do see, you know, he backs off. He's getting, oh Jesus, he just saturated his 3rd. Now he's getting a 4th base as well. Meanwhile, Zura is just landing his 3rd CC. And to be fair, Zura, he has been like holding on fairly well. It's just that a lot of his things have been shut down, right? Whether it's the drops or losing a tank here and there, losing an add-on. Dastan just keeps finding damage.
Yeah, Dastan's about 20 workers ahead and way oversaturated on his 3rd base. He pretty much has enough to instantly saturate his 4th base now that it's done.
Yeah, immediately Maynarding his probes over.
Yeah, there's been no real harass from Zura, so Dastan can just... I've noticed Dastan loves to keep his little hit squad of Stalkers for harass, just to keep your opponent at home, keep your opponent honest, and Zura just can't get an attack in, and Dastan's just macroing his life away and getting all the components he needs. Zura also has no idea what composition Dastan's going for. He doesn't know about the Colossus yet.
Yeah, he hasn't really scouted much of the tech buildings, whether it's the Robo or the Forge or the Robotics Bay. For all he knows, it's like Charged Archon or Storm or something along those lines. But it looks like Dastan, he is finally pushing across the map. He's going to be hitting without extended thermal lance, which is a little bit questionable, but we'll see if he deals some damage anyway. There's only 2 tanks.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think we're going to reach a point where Dastan just trades inefficiently.
But it wouldn't even matter, right? If he does trade inefficiently, we'll see. He's going in.
Well, I mean, on purpose. Like, he trades inefficiently on purpose to remax. And I mean, I guess remax feels like more of a thing you say for Zerg because they have the larva, but he will be able to do a lot of run buys and things of that nature. And he's getting a lot done here with just some Colossus, Sentry, and Zealots.
Oof, yeah, and it looks like both tanks do go down. The majority of the bio as well. The Zealots, they get into the mineral line. Everything is going down. The 3rd base, and Zura, I love like the idea, but GG.
Yeah, that was an interesting composition there from Dastan. I don't think I've seen anything like that in
Mm.
as of recently.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also, I'm not the biggest TVP guy, so maybe that's super common.
Yeah, like I do see that there are a couple of Lethal Perfect players in the chat. Of course, Lethal Perfect is a pretty big Latin American clan or team. And I would hope to see more of Zura when it comes to the other online weeklies. Like I'm not familiar with him in like Sentimental Latino or Battle of the Americas.
Yeah, I don't know why these people don't play that stuff. It's just so easy.
Right, you're getting called out. Todos de Lethal Perfect. Everyone from Lethal Perfect, mate. There are plenty of Latin American weeklies. There's Sentimental Latino. There's Copa Hyperion. There's Battle of the Americas. There's La Espira events. Mate, sign up. You know, take part. It's
Yeah,
good.
I didn't realize how many events there are
Mm.
for the Latin American community every single week. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's not to mention the one-off tournaments that happen all over the place.
Mm.
Which
Yeah, like,
we have one coming up soon.
yeah, I was about to say like Rebirth, right?
Mm-hmm. Rebirth and what other ones do we have? They have the Gladiadores.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's. I honestly haven't checked our calendar, so I'm a little off on what we're doing. But there's always the Gladiadores and the what was the Chilean one?
Rebirth.
Oh, it is Rebirth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Rebirth. Yeah. I was thinking of La Espira.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to in our calendar, we
Oh,
have
Desafiantes as well.
yeah. I was about to say we have tomorrow off. Day after Desafiantes.
That's one I was trying to look for. Desafiantes. There's so many tournaments going on. I love it. It's great. It almost makes up for not doing any of the North American stuff here. But speaking of North American, none of these people are North American. This is the Latin American tournament. In the top left-hand corner, it is the blue Terran player playing for Team Lethal Perfect. It is Zura.
And spawning in at the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Chilean Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Alpha X. It is Dastan. So, what do you feel like? Have you been playing a lot of StarCraft, like laddering, you know, in the past week or so?
Yeah, I laddered for a couple hours this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I try and ladder as much as possible, which is normally like once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about the new map pool?
It's interesting. I think
Interesting.
that's all I really have to say. I don't like it. I don't hate it. I'm doing a little bit worse against certain matchups, but I mean the maps are alright.
Okay.
What do you think about the maps?
I also like I like Jagannatha, just aesthetically. Aesthetically, I like the green map. When it comes to like Romanticide, I haven't played enough of it. I feel like if I'm going to veto a map, it may be this one. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been losing to a lot of Terrans on this map at that third base. It's like, where do you take your fourth in this map?
Yeah, like I've seen players try and take this base, like the low ground, expand, and it's so difficult to hold on. Like you get like this massive arc around you just pushing on in. It's like, oh my god, it's a nightmare.
And you gotta take out all those rocks for the choke point as well.
Exactly. Like, ugh.
And even then, there's the shaded tall grass behind it. They still put there's like that little pillar they put their tanks behind. It's rough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And if you try and take it down in like the south portion or like right there, they just have like so much room to come in and get you from the high ground up there or the low ground. It's just hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of setup that you have to do because if you expand to the bottom here, you need to mine out the minerals so you have access to that high ground. If you expand to the low ground, then you have to kill the rocks to make sure you have access to this open area as well. It's like, yeah.
This is pretty much solely like a screw Zerg map. Like Protoss love all the rocks and walls. Terran loves all the rocks and walls and high grounds. As Zerg, you want everything to be flat. If it was up to Zerg, we'd have a big flat map with no rocks and no hidden areas. And it would just be flat and open, and we could get surrounds on everything. But that's not the case. But I think as far as like a TVP in this map, I saw, I believe it was GSL or something, but where Maru was just dropping like crazy.
Oh yeah.
And it took me back to the old days of StarCraft when I first started watching, and like in my eyes, Maru was like one of the best players ever, the best player ever, really, in my opinion. But it's back to those days.
Yeah.
I don't know how good he's actually doing in tournaments, but he's playing amazing.
Yeah, I mean, from what I heard, in GSL recently, he dismantled Trap. Like, it was like a 3-0 or something like that.
Yeah. I've just been watching random games, like one-off games here and there of all the big events going on. Oh my God, what? Okay, that was close.
Yeah.
The thing that sucks about being a Terran is those doors. Sometimes you'll rapid fire, and like it'll close and then open even if you rapid fired it before. Like it stacks, you know. Like I've done that where I hit R like 3 times in a row to close the door, and then it closes and opens and closes and opens again. You're like, no, did I hit it twice or did I hit it 3 times? Do I hit it one more time?
And then the shade comes in and it's like, and then you just lose like all your SCVs.
And then the shade goes over and it cancels the close and you lose everything. It's tough. Tough being a Terran, trying to pick up your doors.
Oh, and this is interesting. So Dastan went for the hallucinated scout and he saw the armory being built. It looks like Zura wants to go for the same kind of drop.
Yeah, I would assume so. Hopefully he actually that's it. I would like to see him go for maybe some Hellbats. That would be cheeky. I don't know how good they would do, but it would just be different.
Yeah, definitely.
But obviously it's gonna be Widow Mines.
Yeah, and this time he's only moving across the map with 2. Last time it was with 3 Widow Mines.
And scouted instantly. You know what I wouldn't mind? If he dropped the Widow Mines in front of the natural and then walked them in while going into the main with the fake empty medevac.
That'd be a big brain play. I love that.
Right. Hit me up, pro players. I'll coach you.
Interesting, Zura. So he got scouted, so he jukes away, and Dastan, he's ready for it. He's like, yo, where's the drop? Like, I know it's coming, but he's
even
going around.
Server.
Yeah. Oh, there's the probe, though, and the probe is going to be able to spot it.
God. I don't know. Dastan seemed a little iffy in the Zerg games, but he's looking pretty darn good here.
He's on point. So he did spot it with the probe, but did he actually spot it? Did he see it as we do see? Ooh, no reaction currently.
I don't think he saw it going that way.
Yeah.
Oh no. He's going to pull the boys. He's going to pull him, right? He pulled him.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Burrow? Oh, wow.
No.
He got nothing. Did he get 2 probes? I think we just don't have game hard on.
He got 1 probe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He got 1 probe with one of them and the other one, I guess, winning gas, and that canceled the...
Yes.
I didn't know that cancels the shot. Wow, F's in the chat for that shot.
F's in the shot. Yeah, it went in the gas at just the right moment for Dastan, so it just whiffed. It didn't get any damage done. And yeah. Once again, 2 games in a row, this Widow Mine drop, like, I like it with the armory, but it just hasn't paid for itself.
Yeah, against someone like Dastan, I don't see it ever actually paying off.
Yeah,
his defense against Widow Mine seems to be like his strongest point, just about.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we see he's applying some pressure. To be fair, this time, like, he hasn't been able to pick off like a stray tank hero there, which is great.
Yeah. But don't worry, it'll happen.
Oh yeah, we'll see. Like, I feel like, especially on this map, it's a lot easier to defend. Like, you have like the high ground here, the high ground over here. Like, at least getting to 3 bases as a Terran player, it feels pretty safe. We were talking about it earlier. It gets a little bit dicey when you try and take a 4th.
Yeah, it gets real dicey. And as we speak of dicey, getting caught out here. There's only 2 medevacs, so there's not a lot of healing power behind this, but that Raven's kind of a key component here. They can Dorito Blast or add in a auto turret. I wouldn't mind him going for like another Raven. That might be cool.
Yeah, like double Raven just for like the one for Dorito Cannon, the other to like interference matrix like Colossus or something like that.
Yeah. Or even maybe throw out like double interference matrix. That's the real good plays by the Terrans when they like against Protoss. I guess I never do that. I should though. But when the interference matrix, all the Colossus or the Warp Prism, that's how you win a game.
Oh yeah, definitely. It feels like there's not too much here to protect the tanks.
Oh my God, Zura just made a wrong decision in sieging up for that attack, and he lost all his tanks for completely free.
Oh yeah, and the tough part is that Zura doesn't know about the 4th base. Like, he pushed through the center of the map, maybe thinking that that's where Dastan was expanding. He doesn't know that he should have been applying pressure towards the south, and now he lost all his tanks. Dastan is just pushing across.
Oh God, what do you even do in this position of your Zura? There's really no anti-air. He's been making nothing out of his Stargate. He has no medevacs, no Vikings, and he's just gonna call GG and tap out Dastan 2-0. Continuing on.
Wow, GG gets called. Dastan advances in the bracket to face the winner of Sinner and Darkness.
Yeah. It's getting crazy on the bracket. Darkness is beating everyone. Or Dastan, I'm sorry. Same person, really. It's Darkstan. That's what we call the both of them.
Beautiful.
Darkstan or Darkdan? Dasness?
Dasness.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dasness. That sounds very German. Dasness. That's a terrible couple to try and name.
Oh yeah, it's awful. They're they're like the double D's. Is that what they are?
Double D's.
Jesus Christ.
All I know is I don't know where you want to go, Light, but I feel like I really wouldn't mind getting into this quarterfinal, which is going to be Eggs and Turkey Dano.
Oh my God.
This is the one probably scariest person that Eggs could face right now, this early.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, besides that, he's going to be facing Mood or Yanji, Dark Unnamed, or Bombilla, which are scary players, but they're not quite as scary as Turkey Dano.
Turkey Dano.
I don't know who you want to go for though.
Yeah, he's the hype killer, man. He's the Joker of the Latin American scene. Like, he's taken out so many good players in the past.
He's the villain we all need.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would jump on whatever becomes available first. Because
hopefully
we have to keep an eye out for Eggs, because I wouldn't even mind jumping in mid-series Eggs versus Terran. Like, I think that'd be pretty good as well.
That would be cool. So we saw Dastan and Zura. That means Dastan moves on to the quarterfinal, and right now Sinner and Darkness are battling it out for that other quarterfinal spot. But we did cast 2 days ago, me and Yaku, Darkness and Dastan, and Darkness kind of won there. Dastan did get one map, but I mean, I feel like Darkness is the one who helps Dastan with his build, so Darkness pretty much knows how to win there. And the other qualifier is actually the interesting one, which is a lot of people still waiting. Shelby and Mimuron are playing still in the round of 32. Then it goes to Nano in the round of 16, and then they go to the qualifier. And same with Destroyer. Destroyer still waiting on Mare and Jen's Jarpy, which has been going on for quite some time now.
Oh yeah, it's I mean, I believe, I could be wrong, that's a TvT, Maria versus Jarpy. So that's this oof.